16. He is a highly skilled, passionate, and compassionate surgeon with thousands of procedures to his credit and remarkably with high level of success. Permit me to welcome on stage, on podium, a man who is known for his skills in the field of surgery, urology to be specific, with a resounding ovation and clap. Let's go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Standing on existing protocol, I would like to begin my presentation. But before I go into the presentation, I would like to appreciate the president of NMA for inviting me for the second time for this expo, and I did not take the invitation and the opportunity lightly. I would like to also commend the initiative of this kind of program, most especially in a medical specialty where you are not allowed to advertise what you're doing. It is so important because so many things are happening in the health landscape of the country that even doctors themselves are not aware of. So if doctors are not aware of the cutting-edge technology that are being deployed in the country, so how will the populace be aware? So we keep shooting ourselves in the leg. We are not allowed to advertise, and it's also very tricky to create awareness. So that is why I find this kind of program very innovative, and it creates a platform for professionals to showcase things that are being done in the country, the cutting-edge technology that are being deployed across the country, with a view to Nigerians embracing it, taking advantage of them, and thereby reversing medical tourism. So that said, I would like to say that. Can we have my slides? So that will be the outline of my presentation. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. Starts with this man, Dr. Ayobami Aromolate, who is our MD CEO. Who started grounding almost about 2 decades ago, fresh out of residency, started private practice at a time that it was not so popular. It didn't have a path that has previously been trodden by people that you could follow and say, okay, this is how to go about it. And he started aesthetic surgery in Nigeria and pioneered many of the procedures that Nigerians traveled abroad to do. I remember when I was growing up, I read about Uzwala, who used to bring experts from Turkey, from UK, from America to Nigeria to do plastic surgery. This man dared to believe, he dared to pioneer these aspects of surgical practice, and over time, he has completely reversed medical tourism in this area. And as a matter of fact, people visit the country from all over the world to do aesthetic surgery. All credits to people like him who dare to believe in the promise of Nigeria. But beyond doing this, he has also, over the years, created a platform for other specialists to be able to showcase their skills and talents by establishing a hospital, Granby Medical Center, that is a multi-specialist hospital, multi-centered. We are having 2 centers in Lagos, one on the mainland, one on the island, and another in the FCT. And by creating this platform, he has created the stage for many other professionals to be able to showcase their skills and to be able to deploy their God-given talents to help the Nigerian populace. Next slide. Next slide. So, this is the front page of the Granville Medical Center on the mainland, where I practice. Next slide. So this is the prototype consulting room. Next slide. The prototype private ward. Next slide. Well-equipped laboratory. The ICU. Next slide. And this is the theater. This is the theater space where I do my procedures. You can see state-of-the-art. Back to that slide. You can see state-of-the-art facility within this theater. The GE Elite CHAM is the flagship brand of GE imaging device, and we are privileged to have it in Granville. You can see laser, laparoscopic cart, and very other modern cutting-edge equipment that I use for my practice. Next slide. And this is the Granville Trauma Center in Lekki, which came very handy during the Lekki toll gate crisis, and it was very important in treating many young Nigerians who suffered during that crisis. Next slide. So we also have a very well-equipped radio diagnostic center that has MRI, CT, mammo, ultrasound, and all. Next slide. Next one. We have very well enthusiastic, well-motivated youth in our employment who discharge their duties with enthusiasm. Next slide. Next slide. So, coming to the meat of the topic of today, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Let me tell us very clearly. Inasmuch as it is good that over the years our emphasis has been on primary health care, affordable health care, and all. Very good, very well deserved. But there is this other aspect of medical tourism, which I'm happy the innovative leadership of Professor Bala Audu has brought to the front burner for discussion, which is medical tourism. It's very important because it's that aspect that we have neglected over the years. The group of patients that these tend to attend to, they are the people who have their money, they have their diagnosis, they understand their diagnosis, they know the treatment they want, and they can afford to travel to any part of the world by being careless. This is not the clientele you attract by being shoddy in your presentation. This is not the clientele you attract by being careless. Many of these people, right from the frontage of your hospital, from the environment, from the front desk staff, they can get completely put off. And that is why, for us to be able to cater for this group of people, we need to do things differently. We cannot continue to do the usual, the business as usual, and think we will keep this kind of people in our practice. In as much as we want these people to be in the country, we don't want the capital flight that is associated with these people living in the country. We need to up our games. If we don't up our games, we're not going to make any difference. these people, they will still leave the country. For us to attract them, for us to keep them in, we have to up our game. It cannot be business as usual. Next slide. So, this picture is instructive. When I was in residency, the picture on the left is that much incision you need to remove a 1 centimeter stone, kidney stone. But in my practice as of today, in patients with huge stone, 9 centimeters, 10 centimeters stone, Stargardt stone, if you know what that means, the stone that is configured like the horn of a star within the kidney. It takes that much. Take that little pinpoint incision by the flank to remove the whole of the stone. So, and that is the concept of miniaturization. That is minimal access surgery. And this is what patients are looking for. This is what they travel for. No matter how they love the country, no matter how patriotic they are, if they have the money, they are well educated, they are well informed about their disease, you will not convince them to take the picture on the left over and above the one on the right. That is the reality. That is why I said we need to up our game. Next slide, please. So, those are the benefits of miniaturization. Reduce hospital stay, less time taking off work, high turnover for the hospital. Next slide. Next slide. So, it starts for me by believing that it is possible. When I finished my residency in Lutz in 2016, I'd probably not seen what the inside of the urethra looks like endoscopically. I'd not seen what the inside of the pelvic initial system looks like endoscopically. So, as I was reading these things in books, in journals, I became curious. I wanted to know more. I wanted to learn more. I did have the opportunity to train in Harvard of this world, in Oxford and all of that. But I knew with the belief, with the can-do spirit of Nigeria, it is possible. So it started with a spark of hope, of possibility. And that was how I started journeying around the world. Next slide. And my story, the story of most of the speakers here, is not different from the story of this man. What this man has done to the country, in terms of economy, in terms of national pride, is just simply by believing that it's possible. And in your field, if you can believe, make moves, these things are realizable and they are possible. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. It requires training and retraining. You have to go out. You have to meet with key opinion leaders around the world. You have to train. There's a model of fellowship where you can travel for 2 years, thereabouts, stay on the field, learn and learn, relearn, acquire the skill and come back. There's also a model which I've adopted over the years of going for short trainings, meeting the key opinion leaders around the world in the targeted areas of skill sets, and then coming back to replicate it in the country, which is what I've been able to do successfully in the area of treatment of kidney stones with laser, treatment of prostate with laser, and also in the field of uro-oncology using laparoscopy for the treatment of various oncological conditions. And very, very soon, we are making a bold move into robotics, which is bringing robots into Nigeria and deploying robots for most of the oncological cases in the country. Next slide. Next slide. So, for the training in treatment of kidney stone, we started with this man. This was in University of California, Irvine. This man is the living legend of our trade. I actually learned under him how to puncture the kidney using fluoroscopy and ultrasonography. And that is the bedrock of what I'm doing today with treatment, minimally invasive treatment of kidney stone. And I need to make a correction. Most people, they make a mistake calling me endocrinologist. It's not endocrinologist, it's endourology. It's endourology. Is going through the natural orifices, which is urethra this time around, to treat diseases of the urinary tract. It will be stone, it will be tumor, it will be whatever. It will be narrowing, it will be stricture, and all of that. So, next slide. Next slide. So, and this journey has taken me round the world, meeting with key people, key opinion leaders in endourology, learning from them practically, and then coming home to investigate this knowledge in treatment of endourological diseases. Next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide, next, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, what is next slide? Yeah, spectrum of procedures we do. I've spoken a bit about that. Transmural dissection of the prostate. Next one. Next one. Next one. Section of bladder tumors. Next one. Next one. All those were removed from the body through natural orifices. No cut on the patient. Next one. Bladder stones, urinary stones. Next one. PCNL, which is taking like a dot-eye precision to the flank to remove as much as stagnant canals. Next one. Next one. Next slide. So this is macroscopic radical prostatectomy. This is a procedure that in 10 years ago, one would not have thought possible in Nigeria. We now do it routinely in my practice. Key surgery for the removal of prostate, for treatment of bladder tumors, for removal of kidney stone, kidney tumors, prostate tumors, and all of that using chemotherapy. Next slide. Next one. So you can see. That is why it's called scarlet surgery. They are just not on the abdomen of the patient. Next one. Next one. So you can see how this patient is. The patient had a huge renal mass and was removed through this chemotherapy. Next one. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, how we have changed the landscape of urological practice in Nigeria. We've done over 2,500 successful endourological and minimum access procedures in less than a decade of practice. A major referral for endourological and chemo service in Nigeria. Reversing medical tourism. I've trained junior colleagues who visit my center for endourological training, and have helped to support other endourological practices out of the country, in the east, in the north, and all. Next slide. This was during COVID. It was a major time for us because many people were trapped in the country, we couldn't travel out. So many people who otherwise would not have submitted themselves to us, they were forced to submit themselves to us, and they saw the report, and that further publicized what we were doing. Next slide. Next slide. faculty at the Nigerian School of Urological Surgeons conferences and workshop, where I teach endourology and I demonstrate any of these procedures to colleagues across the country. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Next. Next one. Next. So, my contribution to the body of knowledge, according to the site, that's the statistics. I publish my work, and that is the statistics. Next slide. Next slide. So the next step for us is robotics. We always dare to do the impossible, the seemingly impossible, according to the Nigerian experience. This is the next level for us, and we are very optimistic that in the next couple of months it's going to come to fruition. We are already going for training in this aspect. Next slide. So, in summary, endourological and medical access procedures are feasible in some small countries which require both training and retraining. Governmental support both for training and funding is mandatory. Collaboration and skill transfer to the next generation is key. Health insurance coverage can make the procedure more accessible to many Nigerians. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, another round of applause for him. Dr. Taiwo Alabi is an endourologist at Granville Medical Center. It truly is inspiring to see Nigerians in Nigeria doing groundbreaking things.